Welcome to the exciting rebirth of Superstar, featuring choose your membership rate as low as just $3 a month. At Superstar, you get expanded, exclusive video scopes each and every week, unlimited access to special horoscopes, class passes for Synchronicity University, consultations with me, and so much more. All of this in the Superstar space. I look forward to meeting you there. Hello, fabulous superstar Pisces. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of August 2022. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. It is a remarkable astrological month, without a doubt. Big moves happening in the sky now. It is going to be this month that we will have our full moon on the 12th. And this full moon happens in the sign just before yours. And normally this part of the sky would be decidedly quiet, right? It would be one that speaks to what's happening on levels of soul and psyche and spirit. However, there's just so much energy here of awakening that chances are you are going to feel what it is that is shifting within you now. This part of the sky can also speak to karmic closures, closing karmic ties, ending karmic chapters. Now, this is actually part of the universe creating space so that you can live that much more fully in this lifetime. And so that ultimately you can create that space to allow the new and the next to find you, which is right around the corner. Next month, we are going to have a full moon in your sign. And so we are headed in a direction of you finding a newfound truth about yourself and feeling a sense of new beginning based on who you know yourself to be more clearly once we get into next month. But at least for now, it's more about realizing what you don't want to carry into your future so that you can move into that future being that much more like you. Being that much more free to be you as well. Freedom really is key here. There's a lot of awareness here, and I feel like what you weren't aware of, all of a sudden you are aware of, and it could be related to just about any person, place, thing, or situation. It could be related to yourself as well, in terms of you not realizing what you were doing that ultimately was in some way getting in the way of what it is that you said you actually wanted. The truth is power. You know, they say the truth will set you free. Well, that's the kind of energy we have here. Even if that freedom feels like it comes on through discomfort, it's going to be so valuable to help you to truly embrace a newfound clarity into self and your external environment as well. And so what's happening with this particular full moon? Well, it is activating last year's Saturn-Uranus square. If you think back to 2021, the defining celestial conversation was Saturn-Uranus dancing in square formation throughout the year. And this represented you feeling as if moments of not being aware were all of a sudden broken through with moments of awareness. You finding yourself in certain places, in your neighborhood perhaps. I'd like to think it's the right place at the right time, meeting the right person, and it makes all the difference, but that doesn't mean it was necessarily comfortable all the time. But yeah, through random interactions, you found yourself having these bursts of interactions that brought bursts of clarity, that brought bursts of self-knowledge that maybe you hadn't anticipated, but ended up being very valuable to you. This is the kind of energy we have going on right now under the light of this full moon. Something is going to be illuminated for you. And where it was that there might have been restriction and restlessness, it's like you release it in a second as part of a newfound and unexpected enthusiasm, inviting you to look forward, inviting you to consider all that you have yet to do in this lifetime. This is clarity that brings with it a flush of faith. And it's a faith that feels real and practical and grounded in a way that serves you well moving forward from here. Now, where it comes to matters of love, I'm actually going to jump right into love because it is at the end of the month, on the 27th actually, that we will have this month's new moon in your opposite sign. And I think this is going to speak very powerfully in the context of love for the Pisceans out there. Now, some Pisceans may experience this in addition to love in the context of business partnerships, and professional alliances as well. But the overwhelming majority of Pisceans, this energy has to do with love. And it is this new moon that is going to be speaking in a conversation of tension with Mars. Mars moving through the foundation of your chart by this point. Part of the sky that has to do with what's happening in your home, in your more private moments. It has to do with your understanding of your past. It has to do with your understanding of your roots and sort of those formational experiences you had when you were young. How does that now fuel how you understand partnership today? Whenever there is important lunar activity in your opposite sign, it means that you are going to have somebody there to help you to understand where you are in love and why and how you feel about it. For those of you open to meeting someone new, I see this energy working out a couple of different ways. So it is a new moon, which can bring with it new opportunities and new people. However, under the light of the new moon, Mercury is newly in shadow in your opposite sign. Wow, we really are going to be looking ahead at you having lovers from the past come back in to your life as we start moving into the fall. I'll be here to talk about it every step of the way. But I feel like this new moon is like that beginning, that portal, if you will. Given that it is speaking with Mars at the foundation of your chart, it may very well be that part of what is new is some insight or understanding into your past, or maybe someone from your past showing up. I don't see this as a romantic relationship. It might be, if I can be very straightforward with you, it might be a sexual relationship that just kind of shows up with someone that you were connected with before. That is one possibility. But it could also be that there's someone brand new that shows up, but in some way there's a pattern here that's being repeated. Now, it's always up to you to decide what's right for you to do in light of your unique circumstance. It could be that the pattern is exciting and you realize you like the pattern. You want to keep the pattern. You don't want to break out of that pattern. That's okay. But it could be that you decide that maybe you don't want to repeat that particular pattern and you want to create new patterns, and that's okay as well. But someone is going to be there to help you to understand where you are in love and why. And the why is really key here, because in some way, what's happening in love as we get to the end of the month is connected to your past, and that is going to be illuminated for you now. For those of you just starting to date somebody, well, look, as we get to the end of the month and that new moon, it really becomes about, can you be with this person? Are you comfortable with this person? Could you live with this person or not? That is going to be the guiding question. If your answer is yes, that new moon will accelerate things forward for the two of you. But if the answer is no, well, that new moon is going to bring with it a fresh start in a whole other direction. Chances are there's going to be a strong desire on your part to really be with somebody that you feel you can be with at that depth of comfort, where you really feel at home with them. If you have that, those bonds are going to accelerate at this time. For those of you who are in an established bond, well, look, if you live with this person or want to live with this person, that could be an area of tension here, but also brings with it the potential for a new chapter together. Changes on the home front can be part of what helps the two of you to feel more bonded. Now, I do have to say, though, if it is that within your alliance and within your bond, sometimes it feels like there are issues that show up with your partner's family or your family, some of that might stir under the light of this new moon. And that ultimately is meant to show you something about the truth of what you feel about your partner, the depth of commitment that could be there, and what is the proper place of particular family members in the relationship, and what is not the place of family members in the relationship. All of that can stir at a time like this, but ultimately helps the two of you to define or redefine the bond that the two of you share. For a small percentage of Pisceans out there, if you know that you're not in the right relationship for you, I gotta say, all of that is going to stir very powerfully under the light of this new moon. And part of this tension here may just be a growing determination on your part to go in a different direction. What I love about this month for you, wow, what a powerful astrological moment. I have to say. I am going to say that new moon in your opposite sign because it brings partnership into focus. It could be business partnerships or professional alliances that are a part of a moment of truth and a moment of awareness for you now as to whether or not these are people to navigate forward with or new people coming in now. But the overwhelming majority of Pisceans out there are going to experience this energy in the context of love. And where it comes to love, you are on an accelerated pathway to understanding what meaningful partnership is and isn't for you. And in the process, aligning yourself with meaningful exchanges that are deeply relevant and prioritizing your comfort and your ease within the bonds that you have or that you wish to have going forward from here. Well, thank you so much for watching. You can get a video like this each and every week for each and every sign for as low as just $3 a month with Choose Your Membership Rate at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com, where you get expanded exclusive video scopes, access to live events. Higher tiers get you things like all access passes to Synchronicity University events, consultations with me, and so much more. Choose Your Membership Rate is on right now at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com. I look forward to meeting you there in the Superstar space. Link is in the description below. Thank you again for watching. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.